The House will come to order. The pledge today will be led by Isabella Leonard, Mary Kate Leonard, John Leonard from Golden View Classical Academy, Golden, Colorado, and these are the children of newly sworn in Representative Leonard.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Didn't I miss one of your names? Oh, so John, let's see. You're John.
So this is John.
Oh, and you're Andrew.
Yes.
We'll go get a picture taken. Mr. Kohler, please call the roll.
Representatives Arndt, Becker J, Becker K, Representative Casey Becker, yeah, you okay? Representative Becker excused. Brown. Buck. Buckner. Carver. Conti. Corum. Court. Danielson. Del Grosso. Dorr. Representative Dorr.
Representative Dorr is right there.
Yeah. Duran. Esgar. Everett. Fields. Representative Fields. Foote. Garnett. Janal. Hamner. Humphrey. Joshi. Kagan. Klingenschmidt. Kraft Tharp. Landgraf. Lawrence. Lebsock. Lee. Leonard. Lontine. Lundeen. McCann. Melton. Mitch Bush. Moreno. Navarro. Neville. Nordberg. Pabon. Pedersen. Primavera. Priola. Rankin. Ransom. Rosenthal. Rupe. Ryden. Sane. Salazar. Sias. Singer.
Representative Singer excused.
Thurlow. Tyler. Van Winkle. Vigil. Willett. Williams. Wilson. Windholes. Winter. Wist. Young. Madam Speaker.
Here. Two are absent. With 63 present and 2 excused, we have a quorum. Representative Carver, didn't see you over there.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the reading of the Journal of January 25th, 2016 be dispensed with and that it be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
You have heard the motion that the journal be adopted as corrected by the chief clerk. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no? No. Motion carries. May I have your attention, members? We are about to start announcements and introductions. So we need some quiet in the chambers here, please. Announcements and introductions. The speaker has one while you're gathering. Minority Leader Del Grosso has made the following changes in committee assignments. They are effective immediately. Representative Leonard will replace Representative Van Winkle on the Committee on Public Health and Human Services. Representative Leonard will replace Representative Thurlow on the Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. And Representative Thurlow will replace former Representative Kaiser on the Committee on Local Government. Representative Primavera and Representative Zayas.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Colorado Cancer Caucus is the General Assembly's forum on cancer to develop and promote statewide public policies to bolster existing and new programs.
Would you give me a minute, Representative Zayas? May we have order, please? Thank you. Representative Zayas.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Colorado Cancer Caucus is the General Assembly's forum on cancer to develop and promote statewide public policies to bolster existing and new programs while supplementing or creating resources across the spectrum of cancer prevention, early detection, research, education, treatment, and survivorship to increase quality of life for cancer patients and survivors.
Representative Primavera.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So we will be meeting tomorrow, Wednesday, January 27th, from 12 to 1:30 in Senate Committee Room 356. We will be talking about liver cancer in Colorado, and that'll be presented by the Hep C Coalition and Project ECHO. I'd like to say we're going to feed you all, but we can't because we're just a volunteer caucus at this point. But please come, bring a brown bag lunch, and learn more about liver cancer. Thank you.
Representative Mitch Bush.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's an honor to serve with you.
And also with you.
Good morning, colleagues. Today is Tourism Day at the Capitol, and there will be a tribute offered later on. But I wanted to remind you that there is no other investment that gives a return of $360 for every dollar spent. And of course, what I'm referring to is our support, our budgetary support of the Colorado Tourism Office efforts. Tourism is one of our top three industries, and certainly it brings people together, it brings people to Colorado, and the fact that we have it also brings people who come and stay and bring their businesses. So let's all support tourism today and every day. Thank you.
Representative Wilson, go ahead. I think you were first.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, it's an honor for me to introduce a guest of mine this morning, former chair of the Colorado Wildlife Commission, former county commissioner in Chaffee County, and a member of the Regional Hospital Board in that part of the state of Colorado, who is here testifying for the Capital Development Committee, Mr. Tom Eve.
Representative Rosenthal. And Representative Rankin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So, members, I would like to introduce to you a former member, Representative Al White. Now, if I could take a brief moment of personal privilege to speak briefly about Representative White and the role he has played.
Pardon me, I didn't hear that.
Oh, if I could briefly speak to Representative Al White and take a moment of personal privilege.
You're going to speak to him directly?
No, speak about him. Speak to having him
please
here.
Please proceed.
All right, thank you, Madam
Senator
Speaker.
Rosenthal.
So, members, most of us are new and perhaps didn't serve with Representative White, but he first came to Colorado on a spring break during his senior year in high school, and he loved it so much he decided to stay. And so he worked 25 years in the ski industry. He ran for, was elected to the state house. He served 8 years in the state senate, which we really don't want to talk too much about. He also served on the JBC. In 2010, he was selected by Governor Hickenlooper to lead the Colorado Tourism Office, which he served with distinction until recently. And one of the things that he was most noted for, in 2014, the Colorado Tourism Office was named Best State Tourism Bureau in the country by 30,000 travel agents and subscriber to Travel Magazine. And the Tourism Office under Al White was a leader on agritourism, matching grants for local tourism promotion, and as Representative Mitch Bush mentioned, bringing in about 71 million visitors just last year, bringing in about $18 billion in spending and the effect it has on our economy.
Representative Rankin.
Madam Chair, and also a moment of personal privilege to speak about Senator White's contribution and also the other Senator White, Senator Gene White. So,
Please proceed, Representative.
well, I think we all owe Al a great debt of gratitude. Not only both senators were outstanding representatives for Western Colorado, and thank you for that, but over the years that since Al was a senator and has been in tourism, tourism has achieved great gains for the entire state, and I think we owe him a debt of thanks. I personally would like to say that when my wife and I first considered getting into politics, the first people we were told to talk to were Al and Gene. And that led to us being involved in politics, so I think thank you for that. And the next step, when I did get elected to the House of Representatives, Al said, you ought to be on the tourism board. And I definitely thank you for that. That's been a great experience. Wonderful board, great people, done a lot for Colorado. But the third thing that Al gave me advice on was he said, Bob, you ought to try to get on the Joint Budget Committee. So, Al, thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Mitch Bush.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I request a point of personal privilege.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Senator Al White and Senator Gene White were my senators, and I mean that in every sense of that word, my senators. Both of them worked very, very hard for the entire Western Slope, for my home county of Routt County, for that entire wonderful Northwest Colorado Senate district that I was proud to be a part of. And I want to thank them both for their years of public service, for their effectiveness, for their civility, for their ability to work across the aisle with everyone and to get things done for all the people. Thank you, Al. Thank you, Gene. Woo-hoo!
Representative Ryden.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members who are not members of the State Veterans and Military Affairs Committee, I do have some extra copies of the in-depth economic impact report that was done last year regarding the impact of the military on our economy and our state's response to our military folks. So anybody who would like a copy, just come and see me. Thank you.
Representative Williams.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of the Business Affairs and Labor Committee, we have committee today at 1:30. We are back in our newly refurbished room at LSBA. We're going to hear 1073, 1076, 1025, and we're going to do the sunset review hearing for the private letter ruling. See you at 1:30. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Pedersen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. House Education Committee members, we are going to, upon adjournment of our joint education meeting tomorrow, hear House Bill 1002. Just wanted to let you know, since it will not be on the calendar, but it's going to be for the amendment phase, and then we'll vote on the bill. Thank you.
Representative Melton.
Hello, members. Today is a really important day, one of the most important days of the session. It is CU Advocates Day here at the Capitol. It's all my buffs. There we go. I see y'all. Please be sure to go by the Old Supreme Court chambers today between 3 and 5. And then also there will be a reception this evening from 5 to 7 over at Benson Memorial Group at 1560 Broadway. That is within walking distance. If you have any questions about how to get there, let me know, and I will be happy to let you know where you can go and be and support our CU advocates who are advocating for the greatest school in Colorado. Thank you.
Representative Primavera.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm getting a little complex about our Public Health Care and Human Services Committee. We first had Representative Sias, then we had Representative Van Winkle, and now we have Representative Leonard, and we're about to have our first committee hearing this afternoon at 1:30. And we will hear a presentation from the Department of Human Services on the Division of Youth Corrections. We will also hear House Bill 16-1050 on low-income parent-child care, and House Bill 16-1037 by Representative Windholtz on income tax credit for employment of persons with disabilities. And we'll meet in 0107. Thank you.
Representative Kay Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Tomorrow night at Stoney's, the Colorado Association for Recycling is holding a legislative reception from 4:30 to 6:30. There will be representatives from the recycling industry, nonprofits, and local governments, so come to learn more how Colorado can move forward with greater recycling. Tomorrow, Wednesday, January 27th, 4:30 to 6:30 at Stoney's Bar and Grill.
Representative Neville.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, I would like to introduce my immediate family member, my brother, Joseph Neville. Representative Leonard, I would advise against poking him in the chest or cursing at him, but welcome, my brother, Joe.
Are there further announcements? Representative Ryden and Representative Singer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, on your desk yesterday, you saw something from our area's Agency on Aging, the other AAA, the better AAA, some might say. There, you're going to see listed as a map with the number for your specific area Agency on Aging. These are the folks that can help your constituents out with numerous issues. I know our own office does a great job, but I think it's important to remember that we actually have other areas out there or other agencies out there that can provide those direct services. So I encourage you to share this with your constituents and make sure that they know how to get directly in touch with their area's Agency on Aging.
Please proceed, Representative Ryden.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And members, as you know, we do these senior moments every Tuesday during session, and this was our first one. Want to remind you that one of the biggest efforts that we're making statewide is helping folks stay in their homes as long as possible. That is really the focus of all of these activities, so I urge you to read these flyers when you get them every week. They have really helpful information for you and your constituents, so thanks so much for your attention.
Representative Lebsack.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Legislators, it's Cannabis Patients Alliance Day at the Capitol, and you'll probably see patients from your district here at the Capitol. Please take the time to talk to them. They're going to start out the day at 10:30 on the west steps of the Capitol, Madam Speaker, and release some doves, and then they're going to be coming back into the Capitol and talking to you about how important them receiving their medicine is for their lives, and it's a really important day at the Capitol, Cannabis Patients Alliance Day at the Capitol. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Are there further announcements or introductions? The next order of business is third reading, final passage of bills, and members, this is our first set of third readings. And just to remind you, everyone needs to be at their seat, ready to vote at all times. Fines will be leveled if you aren't in your seat and ready to vote. So just remember that. And we will begin with our first bill. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1026.
House Bill 1026, Representatives Thurlow and Kraft Tharp, also Senator Holbrook, concerning the repeal of the Department of Revenue's revenue impact accounting requirements related to a group of bills enacted in 2010.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1026 on third reading and final passage.
The question is the passage of House Bill 1026 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Kohler, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Fields. Close the machine. With 65 ayes, no noes, and no excused, House Bill 1026 is passed. Co-sponsors. Close the machine. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1028.
House Bill 1028, Representative Van Winkle, also Senator Cook, concerning modifications to the statewide death and disability plan administered by the Fire and Police Pension Association.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1028 on third reading and final passage.
The question is the passage of House Bill 1028 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no discussion, Mr. Kohler, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Close the machine. You gotta watch it, folks. With 64 ayes, 1 no, and no excused, House Bill 1028 is passed. Co-sponsors. Close the machine. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1038.
House Bill 1038, Representatives Melton and Salazar, also Senator Jones, concerning optional affiliation with the Fire and Police Pension Association by a county sheriff department that does not participate in Social Security.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1038 on third reading and final passage.
The question is the passage of House Bill 1038 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Kohler, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Lawrence. Close the machine. With 65 ayes, no noes, and no excused, House Bill 1038 is passed. Co-sponsors. Close the machine. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1049.
House Bill 1049, Representative Lee, also Senators Sheffel and Hill, concerning an escrow account held by a depository institution on behalf of an issuer of interstate offering of securities.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1049 on third reading and final passage.
The question is the passage of House Bill 1049 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no discussion, Mr. Kohler, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Close the machine. With 65 ayes, no noes, and no excused, House Bill 1049 is passed. Co-sponsors. Close the machine. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1043.
House Bill 1043, Representative Brown, also Senator Baumgartner, concerning the Joint Technology Committee's authority to approve the request for a waiver of certain deadlines after monies for project have been appropriated.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1043 on third reading and final passage.
The question is the passage of House Bill 1043 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no discussion, Mr. Kohler, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Close the machine. With 65 ayes, no noes, and no excused, House Bill 1043 is passed. Co-sponsors. Did I knock something off? Close the machine. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1018.
House Bill 1018, Representatives Carver and Mitch Bush, also Senator Todd, concerning a requirement that the Statewide Transportation Advisory Committee provide advice and comments regarding transportation-related matters to both the Department of Transportation and the Transportation Commission rather than the department only.
Good work, Mr. Kohler. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1018 on third reading and final passage.
The question is the passage of House Bill 1018 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no discussion, Mr. Kohler, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Close the machine. With 61 ayes, 4 noes, and no excused, House Bill 1018 is passed. Co-sponsors. Close the machine. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1053.
House Bill 1053, Representative Kraft Tharp, also Senator Hill, concerning the regulation of retail hydrogen fuel systems for vehicles.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1053 on third reading and final passage.
The question is the passage of House Bill 1053 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no discussion, Mr. Kohler, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Close the machine. With 63 ayes, 2 noes, and no excused, House Bill 1053 is passed. Co-sponsors. Close the machine. We are now ready for announcements and introductions. Representative McCann.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of Health, Insurance, and Environment, let's rush on down. We have 2 sunset reviews that might require a lot of testimony, so I'd like to start in 10 minutes downstairs in room 107.
Representative Williams.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, I wanted to remind you that the National Caucus of State Legislatures is hosting their reception tomorrow evening, Wednesday, from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the Brown Palace Hotel in the Club Room. We hope to see you there.
Representative Kagan.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of All Souls Catholic School in Englewood, you honor us with your presence. Thank you for being here so much.
Are there further announcements and introductions? Seeing none, Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move the House stand in recess until later today at 1:30.
The motion is to stand in recess until later today at 1:30. Seeing no objection, so ordered.